honestly, you guys gonna miss out if you guys skip them because I had a moment where I didn't want to do it and I had regrets. So I'm like, I never took this risk, and you know, money comes and goes. So I decided I just wanted to take that risk, and it's the best decision of my entire life, to be honest with you. And that's what's making me want to buy more because of right here, because of all his sources that he has to provide.
Hey guys, Rhett here. What's going on? I am so excited to bring you one of my all-time favorite coaching clients, Edwin. What is going on?
Nothing much, man. Pretty excited to keep on moving forward into this program. It's absolutely amazing. Cannot I cannot appreciate you as being my mentor so much. Just I'm happy every time, man. Every time I'm buying something, it's just like, damn. Just I just want to keep moving forward.
Good, bro. Well, guys, listen. Edwin has been in the program for a little over a year. Edwin, are we even at a year yet?
June would be a year.
Okay, so not
June
even.
would be
So
a year.
11 months.
11
So,
months, yeah.
right, 11 months, guys. Edwin is 23 years old. And
Yeah.
he has two current Section 8 properties that are occupied and cash flowing. And he has another one under contract. Right now, he's grossing about $2,300 a month, $2,400 a month. And once we add this third property, you're going to be over $3,000 in cash flow, Edwin, a month as a 23-year-old. Have you thought about how ridiculous that is?
Yeah, I thought my income would be steady and it's keep growing, every year just because the more property you buy, the more obviously the more money you make. So then I'm just super excited.
Yeah, and guys, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Edwin on and have him talk about his experience is because he's a really young guy and he has incredible drive. And I remember talking to him on the phone. I forget how old he is because he is moving and grooving. Rhett, how can we scale? I have assets here. How can we leverage them to buy more properties? Rhett, we've had this property for 8 months. The rental increase is coming. It's time to move it up. And you're so on top of everything, Edwin. And you know your management company will take care of all that for you, but you're right on it too. I remember, Edwin, we had a conversation like 3 months ago, and you were like, Rhett, it's time to move a rental increase up. Right now, it's renting at 900. We're going to move it up. You did, and now you're getting 1275 for it. I mean, every aspect and everything that you do, it's all about scaling and thinking about the future, growing your portfolio. But to your credit, Edwin, and what I love about you and what I really want to harp on here is the fact that you're not trying to grab 100 units at once. You're focusing on one unit at a time. And because of that, you already have 3 units and in your weeks away from closing on your third. But you have done such a great job focusing on one at a time that you blink and we're 11 months into this thing and you're about to have three. What has this process been like for you, starting with zero properties and now having two that are up and running and cash flowing and about to have a third?
It was I mean the first one it was kind of nerve-wracking just because I've never bought like a property out of state, especially not knowing the knowledge. So by you having by my side, it it gave me more confidence into you know, purchasing my own first property out of states, and I'm here in Los Angeles. So just it was that first step. It was pretty hard, but after that, I just started having more. I started having more confidence in buying another one, just because of all the knowledge you gave me, and as well as the team, the sources that you helped me with. It was absolutely the key to everything. So I mean, yeah, it was hard in the beginning, but honestly, it's well worth that risk. Yeah.
Yeah, and Edwin, you're a guy too that lives, you are hours behind, right?
Mhm.
On Pacific time. You live 3,500, if not 4,000 miles away from your
Yeah.
investment properties. You've
Mhm.
never had investment property before. You've never had Section 8 before, right?
Mhm.
Would you say that this process for you has been smooth investing with the right team out of state?
Oh yeah, of course. I that's 1,000%. I'm 1,000% sure this was the right team. I I almost made a huge mistake not even buying over there. Remember I was telling you about I was gonna get this multiplex here in Paramount in Los Angeles. Oh man, I'm glad to that I changed shifts because with this house, this multiplex that I was gonna get is $1 million house, but it's just the 2 units. That $1 million that I can use, like the what do you call it? The
The debt to income?
yeah, that debt to income, I can use it to buy more properties over there. So I'm glad to have found you in the right, perfect time. Yeah, but the whole team is honestly, I love every single one of the teams that we have, and because of that, I'm so confident in buying more and more and more and more and more. And I would love to continue that. Yeah,
Yeah, and Edwin, I think you're right on. You know, when you think about it, you already have the realtor, you have the management company, you have the lenders, you have the insurance companies, you have everything that you need, the contractors, you have me, of course, helping you make every right decision. And so many people, they don't do what you did and they buy that multifamily, right? Where they live,
yeah,
or they try to invest out of state. And Edwin, I get calls literally every week, and people say, Rhett, I should have listened to you. I got into a market. I didn't have a team. I didn't use your team, and I'm in big trouble. You did the opposite of that. You said, I'm going to do it. This is what I want to do. I want to change my life. Because, Edwin, you work a job every day, right?
yeah,
So
correct,
you're going in every single day. You're doing this on the side.
correct, yeah.
What's that like having a team that you can rely on while you work your 9 to 5 job?
Oh, it's great. I'm working and I don't really have to think about much about, I wonder what's going on over there. Something goes off. Um, Easily my management team just contacts me, messages me, I gotta fix this. Okay, cool, awesome, fix it. Um, and everything's super fast. I don't try to delay anything whatsoever because delaying it sometimes makes it worse, especially for Section 8. So I just try to be on top of the game. But as I'm working, I don't really have to stress out about anything. I'm just stressing about buying more because it
Right.
requires more capital.
Right. But we're finding ways to build it, right? We're finding ways to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I remember. We went for that first property. I think it was a week after my birthday in June, and then I got so obsessed with it. Like I took another risk, and we're still trying to close that first property. And I took another risk and bought another property that same month, that same week actually, when we went under contract. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I should have waited for this one to close, but because I was so confident the team that was put into this, they're absolutely amazing. So that's how confident I was to even I bought my second property, even I was barely under contract on that first property. So it's amazing.
and you're doing unbelievable, Edwin. And you know,
Yeah.
your first property, it rents for 1275 a month. Your second property rents for 950 a month and has a rental increase coming up. And then
Hmm.
your third property is you're buying it already occupied. It rents for 550 a month, and there is
Mm.
a big rental increase coming. You bought that. You have that third property under contract right now for $44,000.
Yeah, that one was honestly the how the market is, it requires like a certain purchase. So I had to purchase in cash. Luckily, I got the HELOC off this property because I have my primary here. Uh, And so I took up the HELOC, ended up buying that one in cash, refinance, cash out, and then try to purchase it within a few months, another property.
You think about it, you're 23 years old, you have 4 properties total. You got a primary and you have 3 investment properties. And you
Yeah.
have done that in the last, not even year. What do you
Yeah.
think your portfolio is going to look like? What is your goal at 30 years old? How many units do you want?
I'd say as my income increases, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go. Well, I want it to be at least 120 to 150 units.
I mean, and
Yeah.
there's absolutely no doubt in my mind you're going to get there. You're flying. You're absolutely flying, Edwin, and you're doing so great. I mean, in order to be this successful, I'm sure you have been to these rental properties 100 times, right? You've seen them,
Mhm.
you've been there. How many times have you been to these actual properties out of state?
Couple of times. Not just paying. None. 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 I honestly never ever. Just
You've never been there?
virtually. Never, man. Uh,
How are you making money and you've never been there?
I it's just having the perfect team, confidence and knowing that you have a great team. You don't have to stress out about anything whatsoever just because of you by my side. Obviously, you make all those things happen. I mean, personally, you guys can do it on your own, but there's a lot of scams, a lot of risk, So with your program, it's the first step was kind of hard. That actually before buying the house, that first step was really, really, really hard. Remember I kept
I
calling you, and
remember.
then
I
yeah,
remember.
and I was still looking at properties here, and I'm like, I don't know, this guy might be a scam. I don't know. And I took a risk. I took a risk, and even though I looked at YouTube, so I was kind of confident. Like, okay, all right, let's do this. And we went for it, and that was the best decision of my entire existing life because of you, the knowledge you've provided me. I feel like I could keep buying without having to realize like here's requires a 20% down payment off of 600, 700. And over there, that 20% I can use and buy more and more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Edwin, it's so funny. And I was wondering if you were going to bring that up, but I remember being on the phone with you almost a
yeah,
year ago, and you were so afraid to do it. And you knew it was the right thing, but
yeah.
starting is so hard because there are so many questions. You've never bought a property out of state. You're
Never.
in your early 20s. You've never done this on this kind of scale. You've never done Section 8. You don't know me outside of YouTube, right?
That's what made it hard. Yeah.
Of course, I could be totally full of crap, right? But I remember that phone call with you, and I said, Edwin, I promise you're going to be successful. I'm not going to let you fail. And look at you now. Now people are asking you for advice
Yeah.
in such a short time.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I'm so proud of you. And I remember that first phone call. I'll always remember that first phone call. Yeah, that was about an hour long. And we were just talking, and you're talking about what could go wrong and this could go wrong. And I just said, Edwin, you got
Mhm.
to just trust the team. We've done this thousands of times. You got to just trust the team. And you did. And you're being rewarded unbelievable for it. And, when it comes to Section 8, what were some of the things, Edwin, that attracted you to Section 8?
I noticed that was pandemic proof. I've noticed that no matter what, if everything shuts down, people can't afford it because they lose jobs, especially the way everything is now. Um, I don't really have to worry as much because knowing that is coming from the government, I don't have to worry about anything, but more if a regular tenant is in there, it's more of like, okay, then, the way everything's going, we don't know if our money is guaranteed, and that's part of the risk. That's part of the business too, which we all understand. That's why we're still doing this. But with the Section 8, is just a bonus, All you have to do is just make sure everything's literally like on point, literally. But besides that, yeah, I mean, I have no problem whatsoever with it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, and you've done great with it. Is it everything that you expected it to be? Have there been any
No,
surprises?
I just didn't know how little how little small things could affect the tenant from Section 8 coming into the property. Like little small things need to be fixed. And if you don't have the right, contractor, if you don't have the right team, then it kind of makes things even worse. But having the right team honestly just makes it even way better because they just do it. And it's just, your money starts rolling over. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the, not difficult, but I guess you can say I didn't realize how strict they were.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love it.
And your payments, they come in like clockwork every month.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. I get it when I get my commission, so it's like uh everything's at the perfect time for sure.
That's great. So you
Yeah.
get a nice big chunk of money every month.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it is.
And does that make you feel, knowing that you have an investment and multiple investments that are pandemic proof, recession proof, uh,
Hmm.
economic proof, does that give you, how do you feel about your 9 to 5 job? Like, does it give you more comfort and comfortability in how you live your life?
You know what? I work I work like for T-Mobile, so I've been doing that since I was 18, and I'm turning 24 next month. So I've been with the company for a very long time. But I don't think it's a stable job. I don't think any job's stable. And I feel very confident. Like if something happens, they lay me off. I feel like I don't really have to worry much because I have income coming in. So every day I feel like I don't really have to worry as much. So I'm only working more because I'm all that money I'm saving commission, just buying more and more and more and more. So I just keep
You
stacking.
got the itch,
Yeah.
huh? You got the itch.
I sold my car. I sold my car, my new car. I let go of a lot of things that I really had for a moment that felt luxurious. And I know it was going to come back better sooner. So I got rid of that just to buy more and more because of my debt to income ratio.
And look at you, you're doing it.
Yes.
And you're
Yeah.
buying a house, Edwin, here in a couple weeks for $44,000. And
Hmm.
it's renting for 550. We're going to move that rent up to about 950. And then you're going to have a house that you bought for 44 grand that is going to be cash flowing at almost $1,000 a month. I mean,
Hmm.
the return on that investment is mind boggling. And
Like a
because you bought it,
19%.
because you bought it with cash, there's no payment. Your expenses are going to be your insurance, your taxes, and property management. That's it. On
Mm.
950, you're going to be able to cash flow probably about $650 a month, which is outrageous,
Yeah, that's good.
you know?
It's just yeah, it's just damn it goes by so quick. Like the amount of money just a chunk, another 600 on another property you make, another a chunk is another five, 400. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah.
And I'm so proud of you, Edwin. And I'm really thankful you came on here because I think you are an inspiration to a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds. And what I mean by that and is number one, I think that you're an inspiration to young people because you're a young guy who works his butt off at a job every single day. And you're also doing this successfully and you're growing to scale. You're scaling. Look at you and I have been working with each other for 11 months. You have 3 houses already, right? You're scaling and you're so young. But I also think that you're an inspiration because you had the doubt that everybody has in their minds. And you thought to yourself, you know what? I'm not sure. I know I should take this leap, but I just don't know. I don't know who to trust and should I do it? And then you did it.
I
And
did it. Yeah.
now it's paying you 100 times that. And the knowledge that you've learned is 1,000 times that. So you have to risk it. You have to take chances if you want to be successful. And that's what you've done. And I'm just so proud of you for that.
Thank you, man. If you know, funny thing is that before I you know I contacted you. I was already watching your videos before contacting you, but if I've never one day I was on my phone, I don't know what I was doing. I forgot what I was doing. I by accidentally clicked on YouTube and you popped up as because I was watching your videos like a new video where you know you had partnership. And if I would never clicked that by accidentally, I don't think I would have been here, to be honest with you. And it's crazy. I'm like, damn, I don't think I could have ever like looked at done all this if I would have never seen that video. So
It's
it's crazy
crazy.
how I look at things like that.
It's crazy. And Edwin, I appreciate you coming on here. I'm going to let you go. But before I let you go, I want you to just talk to the people right now and just tell the people that are on the fence about getting started, or they're afraid to take the risk, they're afraid to take the leap. What would you tell them about just doing it and leaving their fears behind and allowing themselves to be successful?
I think it I think everything's a risk. Personally, especially like, you know, starting your own business is a risk. This would be almost a scenario like that where I think the biggest step, and I know obviously I went through that step, you know, my hardest step was coming on board. I feel like you guys need to take the risk. And honestly, Rhett here is Rhett can do so much things. You know, he could definitely make you grow, especially with the knowledge he gives you. The right team, you know, management team, realtor, insurance, everything's right there. You know, he has all those things for you guys to leverage and use. And once you don't, you know, you don't need his knowledge no more because you have it. You guys can do it on your own, even still from here in LA to Alabama. You guys don't have to contact right as much no more because you know so much. You've done it. You know he was by your wing this whole time, so you're not alone, and that's what I love. So honestly, you guys gonna miss out if you guys skip them because I had a moment where I didn't want to do it and I had regrets. So I'm like, I never took this risk, and you know, money comes and goes. So I decided I just wanted to take that risk, and it's the best decision of my entire life, to be honest with you. And that's what's making me want to buy more because of right here, because of all his sources that he can provide. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, my man. And, I'm helping you, but you're the one doing it. And you're the one that
Yeah.
is living it. And you're the one that's
Yeah.
doing it. And you're the one
Yeah.
that is, you take the risk,
Yeah.
you make the money, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Your knowledge, though, your knowledge, what you provided me kind of helps me buy stuff, you know, houses on my own. Like this third one, I felt like I wasn't really going on my path. I only asked you a few questions, and then I just started doing things on my own. So because of you, you know, I also do appreciate you. I don't think I'll ever stop thanking you. But yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, my man. And I love working with you. And guys, if you have a question for Edwin, please get in the comments, drop them below. If you want to follow in his footsteps and get this thing going on your own, send me an email in the link below. We'll get you guys started in the description below. Otherwise, leave your questions, leave your comments. I'm sure Edwin will hop into the comment section on this video,
I'm
answer what
always on
you
it.
guys have. He's also in the Discord group. If you're not in the Discord group, get in the Discord group and you can talk to him there. But guys, thanks for watching. Edwin, you're the man. Great having you on. Thanks for coming on, brother.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right,
All
guys.
right.
We'll see you next time.